Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have a plant link combo. It's kind of like Plant Synchro, except we're going to a more link line variant. I was inspired by this video I watched. It was a really cool video. You could do like tons of stuff just off this combo. Predator Plant Orpheus Scorpio plus any monster discard plus any extender. It was super cool, and I'll link it up in the eye in the corner. It should be about here, but let's get to the combo itself. All you need is Orpheus Scorpio, any discard, and and an extender. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to start off with the normal summon of Orpheus Scorpio. We're going to use its effect to discard Angel Trumpeter and summon Darlingtonia Cobra. On summon Darlingtonia Cobra, if it's summoned by the effect of Predator Plant monster, you can search any fusion spell. So we're going to be searching Instant Fusion. And now we're going to activate Instant Fusion, because if they haven't like used Ash or anything, or if they haven't used Ash or Veiler on these two, then they're never going to get another chance, because we're going to activate Instant Fusion, summon the Millennium Eyes, and this will kind of protect you from hand traps. So you're going to go ahead and use your extender to summon a monster in a zone Aromatherapy Jasmine points to, and then you're going to use Jasmine's effect to tribute that extender and summon Lone Fire Blossom. Lone Fire Blossom will trigger summoning another copy, and we're just going to loop to 3 copies of Lone Fire right here, mainly just to resolve a card that we have to use later. We're going to use Evil Torn, and we'll summon 2 more copies, and then we will go into Cross Sheep. Now we'll go into Link Reaver, since Evil Torn's level 1, and Cross Sheep will trigger, bring back the Lone Fire. Now we're going to trigger Lone Fire again, which will be summoning a Spore. If the Spore is a tuner, you can go into Crystron Halki Vibrax, everybody's favorite monster of the format. We're going to go into Link Cross, and by the way, we summoned Vylon Cube. Remember to go buy your copies now, it's going to get bought out. But we're going to go into Link Cross, summoning the 2 tokens. We're going to go into Herald of the Arclight, since it's a light synchro. We can use Violent Cube's effect to search. I don't just chain Link Reaver's effect, because why not? We're going to go use Symbol of Heritage, something about Lone Fire, and using its effect for the 5th time this turn in order to summon a Mardell. On summon, Mardell doesn't just search boss stage, it will search any plant monster, so you can search Rose Girl. We're going to go into Link Reaver right above the Link Reaver. We're going to go into Reproducus right above the Link Reaver, then we go into a Samorg, and next we can go into an IP. And we're going to link the Mardell and the Restrict into an IP Masquerade, and this will trigger Rose Girl. When a plant monster sends to the graveyard, you can just summon it, and then you can summon back your Spore from the graveyard and go into Union Carrier. So if this doesn't look familiar to you, this is just Infinite Negates once again, except now it's kind of hand trap proof, because you almost always have the Millennium Eyes or the Herald of the Arclight on the field. So in case you don't know how Infinite Gates work, what you do, you need to get Mist Valley Apex Avian and Mist Valley Thunderbird on the field, and as long as you can get those two, what Mist Valley Apex Avian reads is once per chain, when a card or effect is activated, you can bounce back a Mist Valley card to the hand in order to negate it. And what Thunderbird says is when it is bounced to the hand, you can just summon it. So since Thunderbird will almost always stay on the field, you can almost infinitely just bounce it to the infinite negate stuff. The only real downside is that it's once per chain. Herald makes up for it. Droplets kills the deck, but Herald makes up for it. Herald just does a lot of stuff, and also potentially making the entire combo hand trap proof, which is really nice. And if they just want to attack over the Thunderbird so I can't bounce anymore, we have IP Masquerade now, which can go into an Avermax on our opponent's turn. So since we're going into an Avermax, they have to target the Avermax for an attack, and on top of that, it's indestructible by card effects since it was made by IP, and just a nice board in general. And I think it does have a bit of potential. Probably won't be meta for sure, but I just think it's a really fun deck. And remember, just check out that video I linked before. And let's go to the deck profile now. And right here we have the deck. Starting off with 1 copy of Angel Trumpeter. This is mainly just for unexpected die, but it can also just act as another discard, which is nice. And it's also a tuner extender, so in case you're not able to kind of go in, you don't have enough extenders to go into Jasmine necessarily, but if you just have enough extenders to go into Crystron Halki Vibrax, you're good too. 1 copy of Mardell. This is just a mid combo searching Rose Girl. It is a Garnet, unfortunately, where you can't really do anything if it is drawn apart from using it as a discard, but It's just such a powerful card that you do kind of have to run one, even at the risk of drawing it. It's 42 cards anyways, because of the little bricks and garnets we run. So I'm just keeping it at 42, just to kind of reduce the chance of drawing a brick. One copy of Miss Valley Apex Avion, just for your infinite negates. One copy of Performance Trick Clown. This Trick Clown just actually does a lot, because if they do not Ash Orphis Scorpio and you discard Trick Clown, you can actually chain block your Darlingtonia Cobra, and that way they can't even use a hand trap on that either, which is just super nice. Trick Clown has actually really pulled its weight while I've used it. If you want, you can also run like something like one damage juggler and one hat trigger too, just as even more extenders. The Performance engine is just a favorite of mine, but I just decided not to push the deck size too much. So just one Trick Clown in terms of Performages. 3 copies of Orphis Scorpio. This is going to be your main starter, just because it does give you access to most of the combos in the entire deck, so that is really nice. 1 copy of Thunderbird, once again for infinite negates. 1 copy of Darlingtonia Cobra. This is unfortunately Garnet, but it can search any fusion spell on summon, which is just super cool. So you can just search instant fusion for free. 1 copy of Violon Cube. Violon Cube is it's gonna get bought out, man. You just gotta get your copies now. But jokes aside, it just searches your symbol of heritage or living fossil. If you draw one, you just search the other. Nothing too much. And it also helps you make Herald of the Arclight, which is just really cool as another negate. 3 copies of Rose Girl. Rose Girl is a generic plant extender. It says if you face a plant is at your graveyard, you can summon it. And I think it's hard ones per turn. Yes, hard ones per turn. So if you just if you have another extender, then that's nice if you're gonna have to use it with Mardell. But Rose Girl is an absolutely fantastic extender, and you should definitely run it. 3 copies of Lone Fire Blossom. This is another way to get to your Orphis Scorpio, since it just acts as another copy of it. 2 copies of Ash Blossom, a generic hand trap. 1 copy of Spore. This is just your main plant tuner, and it can also recover itself from the graveyard, which is why most tuners get banned. 3 copies of Evil Torn. This is also going to be kind of like an extender, mainly because as long as you have Evil Torn plus any extender, you can just do stuff. Also, I believe that Lone Fire Blossom plus any discard is actually a nice combo too. But I think I'll just get into that later. 2 copies of Tenny Spirit Adara. Tenny Spirit Adara is just a generic extender. It doesn't conflict with Unexpected Die, just because since normal monsters are effect monsters, you can just get away with it. On top, that's a tuner extender, so as I said, if you do not have the capabilities to extend enough for Aroma Seraphim Jasmine, just go into Halky Fibrax. 1 copy of Instant Fusion. This is for your Millennium Eyes. 1 copy of 1 for 1. This is for your Evil Torn, because as I said, Evil Torn plus any extender is kind of combo. 3 copies of Triple Tactics Talent. This is kind of your replacement for your basically your replacement for Call by Grave. 1 copy of Monster Reborn. Well, it's technically 3 copies of Monster Reborn, because you're also running 2 copies of World Legacy Succession. 1 copy of Living Fossil and 1 copy of Symbol of Heritage. If you draw one, you just search the other off Violon Cube. 3 copies of Imperm. Imperm is Imperm. You can't go wrong with that. It's just another generic cantrip that can't even get called by if they use that, and it can't even get hit by Triple Tactics Talent too, which is just really nice. 1 copy of Millennium Eyes. Millennium Eyes just stops your opponent from using hand traps. 1 copy of Herald of the Arclight. Not only is it an extra negate, it's a mini macrocosmos. It's also a light synchro monster for our Violon Cube. 1 copy of Avermax to protect our Thunderbird from battle. 1 copy of Access Code to close games for free. 1 copy of Simorg to summon our Apex Avion. 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn and Phoenix. These are kind of just utility cards. You can swap them how you like. But just the spot removal is really nice, especially with Halky Fibrax, because going second, if you make Halky Fibrax, you can like summon something like Spore, summon Nightmare Unicorn, use Spore's effect to bring itself back. A Unicorn will be able to spin something, and then you can even go into an Access Code Taco, which is just really nice. 1 copy of Union Carrier. Union Carrier is really nice card, just getting Thunderbird on the field. 1 copy of your Reproducus. Reproducus is Reaper Delicate just change its cards to Winged Beast for your Smorg, 1 copy of IP Masquerena to go into an Avermax during your opponent's turn, 1 copy of Crotcheap. You're going to use it to bring back, usually it's going to be a Lone Fire that you bring back. I don't really think what else you would want to bring back, but you're going to be triggering it with your Millenniumize, 1 copy of Linkross. Linkross is able to just do a lot of stuff, mainly getting synchro material for your Violent Cube, and also acts as another monster for Linkuriboh. And finally, Linkuriboh, the main reason I run this, not only does it proc your Crotcheap by just summoning another monster, but it also is able to turn one of Linkross's tokens into a linkable monster. So that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. It is a super fun and a pretty consistent deck in my opinion, and you should definitely go try it out. And I guess I'll see you next time. Goodbye.